All right, next up, I got the Chicago Bears at Minnesota Vikings. This was a lot closer than I thought it would be. Minnesota was pretty heavy favorites. I think they were plus 7.5 or plus 8, or minus, excuse me. And Justin Jefferson finally came out and had a showing against the Bears, but finally he's had a couple weeks where he's struggled quite a bit. Of course, it's the week that I avoid him on my FanDuel account, but that's neither here or there. Chicago Bears made a comeback. Justin Fields putting the team on his back, like always, having no playmakers. I feel bad for Justin Fields at this point because the Bears have been relatively competitive in their games, and it's their playmakers are not doing a thing. Uh, David Montgomery finally having a good game. He came back. He looked like he wanted to steal his job back from Khalil Herbert, and I think that they should keep Montgomery in. He looks like he's got a fire lit underneath him, and he looks motivated to say the least. He had a great game yesterday. Um, but for the most part, it's Justin Fields carrying the squad. Their defense is just atrocious. They have no receivers. They have no offensive line help. It's Herbert in the running game, and that's I mean not Herbert, excuse me, Justin Fields and David Montgomery, and that's it. As for Minnesota, Kirk Cousins didn't really overly impress me. He got the ball to a wide open Justin Jefferson the whole game. Um, and it's crazy because a lot of people say, "Wow, Kirk Cousins impressed me. He's 16 for 16. He's doing great." Kirk Cousins does this against bad teams. He'll have a super efficient day, have a win barely. Um, he has these days against the worst in the NFL. He does. Give him a game against the Eagles, give him a primetime game next week, and he will not impress you. They might win, but because they have a great team around them, they have a great receiving core, solid defense, good running game. I think good coaching. I love Minnesota's new coach. It looks like he's a great fit there. I think that offense fits perfect for all the players that they got. But Kirk Cousins obviously looked good. But I think the Bears defense is that bad. I mean, at one point I saw Justin Jefferson had 11 catches on 11 targets. I think Kirk Cousins was like 17 for 17 before he had his first incompletion or something like that. So, I mean, you can't tell me that Kirk Cousins is going to have like mediocre games all throughout the year, then all of a sudden have that kind of game. No, it's the Bears. It's at home. He has these games. He will impress you. He'll move up everybody's power rankings, and then once you have expectations for Kirk Cousins, he's gonna he's gonna have an off game. He doesn't take you over the top. He will he will win you games that you were supposed to, for sure. He looks super impressive in games that he's supposed to win. Just give him a primetime game. I have patience with Kirk Cousins because he has done the same thing year in and year out. Again, as for the Bears, the coaching doesn't look great. The defense looks awful. The receivers look awful. It's the running game and Justin Herbert looking for his receivers. No one there, dipping out and running. That is their offense. As soon as they get some receivers in there and like an offensive line, don't pick up a mediocre like a middle of the pack receiver from free agency. Like they thought Allen Robinson was great for years. Every year I'd say, "Oh, Bears have bad receivers." They'd mention Allen Robinson. It's like, dude, if that's your best receiver, just don't even name your receivers. Right now they have worse receivers than that. So go through the draft, get receivers in like your first and second and third round. Justin Fields will be set. Your defense isn't that much of a priority right now because your offense is what's holding you back. Yes, their defense got scorched yesterday, but at least they'll be able to be in games if they get receivers. Defense takes a long time to build. Give Justin some weapons and they might be solid. But as for the Vikings, I was super impressed with Justin Jefferson, but Kirk Cousins, I just gotta have the patience for. I gotta wait to see him in an important game. A lot of people are probably gonna jump on the bandwagon after this one.